Thank you. Please be seated. Good afternoon. My name is Jim Reynolds, and it's my honor to serve as the 16th president of Millikin University. Will you join me in a round of applause for the Millikin Idolin Woodwind Quintet? We're grateful for their contribution. Before I introduce the platform party, I'd like to read Millikin's Land Acknowledgement Statement. As an institution of higher learning, Millikin University has a responsibility to acknowledge the historical context in which it exists. Thus, in the spirit of reconciliation, we acknowledge the land upon which we celebrate today is the ancestral home of multiple Native nations. Specifically, we stand on the lands of the Peoria, Kaskaskia, Miamia, Mascoutin, Meskwaki, Kickapoo, and Oceti-Sakowin nations, which hold historic, cultural, and sacred significance to these indigenous people. We also acknowledge the living history and contributions of these first people who inhabited the land prior to the establishment of Millikin University and recognize their continuing contributions, which allow our campus community to flourish. At this time, I'd like to introduce the individuals who are participating in this ceremony that are sitting on the stage. I'd ask them to please stand as I call their names and to continue standing until everyone on the stage is introduced. I'd ask the audience to please hold your applause until everyone has been introduced. Alex Berry, University Registrar, Millikin Class of 2009. Ron Branch, Chair of the Millikin Board of Trustees, Millikin Class of 1981. Amy Kemp, our commencement speaker, Millikin Class of 1999. Mary Black, University Provost. Jessa Wilcoxon, Interim Dean of the College of Fine Arts. Nancy Curtin, Dean of the College of Arts and Sciences. R.J. Podesky, Dean of the Tabor School of Business, Millikin Class of 2002. Elizabeth Gephardt, Interim Dean of the College of Professional Studies. Gina Bianchi, Vice President for Alumni and Development, Millikin Class of 1993. Wallace Sutherland, Vice President for Student Affairs. And Sarah Kotick, Executive Vice President and Chief Strategy Officer. Would you please join me in a round of applause? Today's a wonderful day for all of us who are part of Millikin, whether you're joining us in person or by streaming video. We're especially proud to be gathering with members of the graduating class who will be receiving their diplomas today. More than any other university event or program, commencement has very special and symbolic significance. Although our primary purpose is to pay tribute to all of you who are receiving degrees today, we also come together to recognize the collective efforts of so many parents, spouses, guardians, significant others, children, employers, friends, faculty, staff, all of those who've played a vital role in our graduates' achievements and who have loved them to the finish line. Graduates, I'm going to ask you to stand up and join in a round of applause for all those people who are here witnessing your successes today. Stand up, graduates. You may be seated. For many of us, today is payday because this ceremony has such significance for our university. It's the culmination of many years of hard work for our students and their families and represents a demarcation point for us all, the end of an academic generation and the going forth of educated individuals who will help create a better society for us all to live and work in. Today, we get to be a part of one of the most important days of your lives, knowing that we played a small role in getting you here. You're offering a gift to all of us who will remain behind at Millikin University as you go off into your bright futures, and for that we are especially thankful. We're grateful to be able to celebrate with you today. This afternoon, you'll hear from a fellow student, Kayla Green, who has shared this experience with you and wants to offer her reflection on her time at Millikin. and from our commencement speaker, Amy Kemp. I get the honor of being the person on behalf of the university who gets to publicly tell you that you count and that your time here meant something. My role today is to hopefully channel some positive energy into a public affirmation of you and to offer some words of encouragement and guidance as you begin the next chapter of your lives. Several years ago, not long before she passed away, my mom presented me with a scrapbook. Now, before you start to imagine that it was a masterwork of scrapbooking with beautiful annotations, you should understand that that wouldn't represent my mom. The scrapbook was more of a collection of pictures and mementos she had saved from my past, including my childhood. It wasn't organized in any particular way. It was almost as if she placed things into this book at the very moment she remembered them. Some from my early childhood, some from my first job, etc. As we sat together and looked through all the things she had saved, we came to a drawing that I knew I had done when I was a child. The picture was of a house and a family of 4 standing next to the house. Although I would like to say it showed early artistic genius, in truth, it was a 2-dimensional house with crooked windows and stick figures for people. If the size of the people in the picture had been measured relative to the house, each of the 4 would have been approximately 16 feet tall, because they could look into the second-floor windows of the house that I had drawn. My mom and I laughed at the picture, and she said it was my first assignment from kindergarten. And then she said something that I still think about. She said that she thought I was so brave when she dropped me off for the first day of kindergarten because I didn't cry and went right into the little house where my kindergarten class was meeting. And I have to admit, her comment took me by surprise because I've not ever considered myself to be brave. She said, unlike my brother, who had to be coaxed and prodded into go to kindergarten and cried almost every day for a month before school, I went right in and didn't give it a second thought. Of course, as the youngest child, I love the fact that my older brother was portrayed as a coward. But the image that she gave me was that I had an enormous amount of courage, something I never believed I had or ever exhibited. So a question I'd like to explore with you today is, when do we lose that type of courage? Clearly, I had it before, and on occasion, perhaps, I've exhibited that kind of courage in my personal and professional life. But I wonder why, as a small child, I was fearless, to use my mom's words, and as an adult, I am sometimes frightened. It's a bit of a mystery to me as to when we lose the courage we had when we were children. If you've ever watched 5-year-olds do anything, they do it with abandon, never worrying about the consequences nor the embarrassment of failing. I can remember playing golf with my brother at a little par 3 golf course here in Decatur and watching a group of kids and their parents working their way around the course. The parents would take forever calculating the wind, lining up the next shots, and many times be decimated by the results of their swing. The kids would take a mighty whack at the ball, and no matter where it went, go squealing after it, anxious to hit it again. They were absolutely fearless. My daughters at that age were amazing to me with the way they took in new experiences and dealt with difficult situations. They seemed to not consider the consequences, or more importantly, they didn't care how it might look to others. They simply jumped in, and away they went. My daughters are both now grown, and both of them hold graduate degrees in clinical psychology. And I know if I ask them when we lose the courage of childhood, that their response might be related to the formation of peer groups and the relationship of peer pressure to conformity, and would suggest that it probably occurs during the early elementary school years. But I have my own theory, based on the picture that my mom and I talked about. My theory is that we lose that type of courage the day they take away the big crayons in elementary school. I believe that the picture I drew in kindergarten was so bold, and my courage was so great, was because I still had the big crayons with the primary colors, blue, green, and yellow. The big crayons and the primary colors were courage in a handheld form. Now, certainly you might not agree with my hypothesis, and I don't have any real way of testing it, but I thought it might be worthwhile to symbolically give you back some of that courage. My point in all of this is to remind you that you all are still courageous. each of you in your own ways. Small victories over fear and inaction are courageous. Extending the hand of friendship to a person who is in some way different from you is courageous. Working for a better world where children don't go to bed hungry is courageous. Living a life of purpose and meaning is courageous. Sometimes just getting up in the morning and starting your day is an act of courage. Today, as you leave this auditorium, remember you have your whole lives ahead of you. Live them courageously and know that your inner strength is more than enough to see you through whatever challenges you may face. You just have to think like a kid again. I'll conclude by saying thanks to each of you. I'm thankful for what you've given to Millikin during your time here, and I speak for all of the faculty and staff of the university and say thanks for giving us the opportunity to know you and to be a small part of your exceptional lives. A president I used to work for ended each commencement ceremony by saying, "Go out and do well, but more importantly, go out and do good." I'll finish by saying, keep coloring with the big blue crayons, class of 2023. Thank you. It is now my great pleasure to introduce the provost of Millikin University, Mary Black.
And it is my pleasure to introduce our student speaker, Kayla Green, representing the College of Arts and Sciences. Kayla, would you please join us on the platform while I tell everyone a little about you? Kayla Green is graduating with a BA in Criminal Justice, Sociology, and Philosophy with a concentration in pre-law. Kayla is from Chicago, Illinois, and is the daughter of Marguerite Pearson and Kevin Green. During her time at Millikin, Kayla has learned much about herself as an individual and used this newfound knowledge to serve in capacities that have been beneficial to the development of her and her peers. Kayla has been honored to serve as president of the Kappa Zeta chapter of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, president of the Social Action Club, track and field women's jump crew captain, and a proud Edge mentor. Kayla is grateful for the many opportunities she has been able to take advantage of while at Millikin, from studying case law to prepare for the moot court competition, to working for the Macon County Sheriff's Department, to helping out at the local Boys and Girls Club, and so much more. More than anything, she is grateful for the support she has been extended to her during her time here and the connections she has been able to make as a result. Kayla is speaking on behalf of the graduating class of 2023. Her remarks are entitled, "More to Come." Please join me in welcoming Kayla Green to the podium.
Okay, now, I honestly haven't had a graduation since my 8th grade. I was class of 2020, so that was COVID for me. So welcome, everyone. You all look great. It is so lovely to have you all here. I'm trying to make sure I'm where I'm supposed to be. Give me 1 second. I won't hold you up because I want to get out of here. We all got to get out of here, but you guys look good. Congratulations, class of 2023. Nelson Mandela once said, "It always seems impossible until it is done." Everyone here has a unique story that has brought us to this point in the race we know as life. This may look like a finish line, but really it is only the start of your next venture or endeavor. Plenty of people frequently ask me where I go to school, and when I say Millikin, they have that confused yet curious look on their face. I wish I could give them the spiel that I'm about to give you. Why Millikin? Here's why. When I first spoke to my advisor, Kira Rogers, I told her I wanted to transform the criminal justice system and save the world, but I also genuinely wanted to be able to understand and assess the needs of people. And as lofty as a goal as that may have seemed, she and I worked to create a plan that ensured this could happen, and I was sold. I brought into this idea and became intrigued to see how Millikin would help me reach my dreams. I endured hardships, and some of these incidents you may also have unfortunately experienced as well, like financial concerns, being afraid to seek help, feeling like people just don't understand where you have been or what you are going through, or being told no or there's nothing I can do. I too had those concerns. But then I remembered the wise words of Gandhi: be the change you wish to see in this world. To any problem you may face, recognize the power and authority you have within yourself to create and implement a solution. I would be lying if I said I did this all alone, but throughout my undergrad journey, I strengthened my relationship with God, and from that relationship, I began to see myself blossom more and more. My faith helped me create a village comprised of many different amazing resources across this beautiful campus, such as the Student Success Center, or the CAP office, hey, Campus Life, the Athletics Department, Student Financial Services, to name a few. I am fortunate enough to say that in some way or another, I have worked with every department across this campus to evoke change. But yet, there is still more to do to ensure Millikin will see another 100 years. Sometimes it felt intense to sit among those people who hold the big titles, but I was told that God has already prepared me for any room I may enter. And in that statement, I found peace to walk in spaces and shake a few things up. For as long as you live, people will tell you that you will accomplish great things. And if no one has ever extended those words to you, allow me. You are capable of doing anything your hands undertake. You can and will accomplish any task you have set your heart on. You may feel like a few pieces are missing to accomplish the goal, but when the time is right, you'll recognize that you have everything you need to be successful. I have equipped myself with the resources that Millikin offers, and it has allowed me to be successful during my time here. However, life does not stop here, and it only marks the start of something new. One of my professors, Dr. Jorge Chavez Rojas, tasked me with becoming the President of the United States. He specifically asked that when I do become president, I have to fly him out on Air Force One. Now I'm gonna pause right here, because this y'all taxpayer dollars, and I kind of gave him a spiel beforehand and let him know, I think you guys might have something to say about that, but okay. And I initially thought, whoa, the pressure, but I realized he was removing a glass ceiling that he talked about in almost every sociology course I had taken with him. I realized he saw potential and resilience in me, and now I have become determined to get him into the White House. I don't know if they'll let me send Air Force One, but I promise you I'll see what I can do. I got you, Orette. I encourage all of you to always see the potential and resilience that lies within. Understand that this degree is not just a piece of paper. We went through so much to make it happen. So never let anyone downplay your experience, because if it was that easy, everybody could do it. It took you, someone so special, to do it only the way you could. Share your experiences, because it can save and transform the lives of others. Spread love even when you disagree. Respect your fellow person enough to try and see life through their lens. Understand the problems that others may face might not have a direct impact on you. But if you are silent when issues are happening to others, who will be there to stand when you're in trouble? Remember to view those valleys in your life as really another mountain peak. There is an obvious height difference, but that place has prepared you to start your next climb. When you get further into your climb, you'll notice how difficult it is to breathe in such high altitudes. But during your time in that valley, or rather low mountain peak, you gathered your oxygen tank for the climb. You made it to the top because you were willing to prepare yourself with the proper materials to ascend to new heights. Please realize that not everyone will be equipped with the same tools. And when you get to the top, you might have to drop down some of those resources, and do so generously, because when success comes to one, it comes to all. Someone is waiting for you to operate in your new height that you have ascended to. Climb so high that the stars have to look up at you. And for me, when I get the opportunity to sit among the stars, I'll thank God for getting me there, and of course, our university for preparing me for my ascension. Today, we are all our family, and I express extreme gratitude for the family that has shaped me into the woman that stands before you today. To my parents, the values and morals that you instill in me have allowed me to face adversity and confront conflict head-on. To my siblings, you have taught me to be a better listener and more understanding of different perspectives. My nieces and nephews have taught me how to challenge authority when necessary. And being an athlete helped me acquire balance and patience. And to the devoted members of the illustrious Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, Thank you for allowing me to lead the Kappa Zeta chapter as president. To belong to an organization composed of such amazing women is a true honor. To Omega Omega, my sweet sorors. I challenge everyone here today to go out into the world and create a village. Find tools and resources that you need to accomplish whatever you have set out to do. Always plan with a purpose. Understand that everyone is not meant to envision your vision. So just make it happen so they can see exactly what you were talking about. It is with love I close, wishing you all an abundance of peace and prosperity on your climb. Congratulations, class of 2023. Thank you.
Thank you, Kayla. That was beautiful. This afternoon, I have the great pleasure of introducing our 2023 commencement speaker, Amy Kemp, a 1999 graduate of Millikin University and the owner and CEO of Amy Kemp Incorporated. In her work within this growing company, Amy helps leaders and business professionals understand how deeply thought habits impact every part of their work and lives. As a certified habit finder coach, Amy has led over 300 female business leaders through a 4-month small group engagement called Encounter That is designed to replace unhealthy thought habits with more healthy ones. She has also worked through the Habit Finder curriculum with hundreds of leaders in one-on-one settings and with leadership teams at small and large companies. In addition, Amy teaches 2 engaging online courses each year in the fall and spring that are designed to challenge and expand her clients' understanding of themselves and to offer an easy entry point to her work for those who are curious and seeking. Some of her most popular topics in her library of offerings are Money is a Mirror and A Boundary is Not a Wall. Finally, with the launch of her book, I See You, a guide for women to make more, have more, and be more without more work, on February 29th of next year, Amy offers an opportunity for everyone to learn and engage with her and the principles that guide her coaching in the pages of her first book. Amy lives in Bourbonnais, Illinois with her husband Ryan and 3 children. Please help me to welcome Amy Kemp to the podium.
Well, I would love to thank Dr. Reynolds, the Board of Trustees, and all of the esteemed Millikin faculty and staff for inviting me to share on this important day of celebration and reflection. Kayla, when you run, you'll have my vote also, for the record. I'd also like to thank my parents who funded my original journey to Millikin University, my mother-in-law, my husband Ryan, and our kids who are here today, always supporting me and cheering me on. To the graduates, congratulations. Sometimes it feels a little depressing out in the real world, but as you walked by us in that hallway, I felt nothing but hope. What an accomplishment, especially given the added challenges offered by the last 4 years in our world. Your graduation is certainly worthy of celebration. In Swedish, there is an expression, and forgive the horrible pronunciation attempt. I Googled it, but my Swedish leaves a little bit to be desired. The expression is rod trod, and it translates in English as red thread. The Swedes use this expression to refer to a theme or message that runs consistently through something, through a movie, through a book, a piece of text, a conversation, or a season of life. This expression originates from the Greek myth in which King Theseus bravely enters the Minotaur's labyrinth, a maze so complicated no warrior has ever made it out alive. After killing the monster at the center of the labyrinth, King Theseus escapes the trap by following a red thread he had laid down to mark his path on the way in. Following the red threads in this ancient story leads to victory and safety for a brave warrior. There are many types of red threads in our lives, themes and messages that consistently show up over time that we follow to lead us to our desired destinations. I couldn't help but think of this concept as it relates to my relationship with Millikin University and in preparation for today's ceremony. I spent some time following my own red thread back to the 4 years in which I lived on this campus as a student. With your permission, I'd like to do a little creative name change, and I'd like to share how the blue thread of my experience at Millikin University continues to impact my life today. The blue thread that started here is a vital connecting theme in my life, and as you graduate today, I believe it will be in yours as well. On a practical, tangible level, the degree I earned from Millikin enabled me to get into graduate school. It has helped me get a variety of jobs, and the network I have with other Millikin alumni has provided important connections. Yes, my Millikin degree certainly prepared me for the world after college. However, the deeper, less obvious, but more compelling value of my Millikin education has been the lasting relational ties that started when I was a student and that continue to this day. Allow me to give you a few examples of the blue thread relationships I have with fellow Millikin alumni and how they impact my life today. First, a fellow Millikin graduate, Mike Cole, is the head football coach and athletic director at our local high school, where my husband is an assistant principal and the head basketball coach. Fittingly, Mike and I met between practices and games and while getting treatment in the training room at Griswold, where we both played basketball and also had part-time jobs running intramural games and supervising the gym. After college, I moved to Mike's hometown of Bourbonnais, Illinois, where I got my first job teaching high school English. And he had returned there to start his career as a teacher and coach as well. We both got married and started families at the same time, and while he and his wife Tiffany definitely outdid us with their 6 kids to our 3, our families spend a lot of time together at different school and sporting events. My youngest son, Andrew's favorite buddy to have over to hang out is Mike's son, Griffin. In addition, his 2 high school-aged sons and my middle son, Anthony, are the best of friends, especially because they all have parents who are administrators at the high school. Our oldest daughters are also the same age, and after playing on the same high school team, both went on to play college volleyball. Mike has on occasion stepped in to guide and mentor Avery and Anthony, especially this year as both have been recovering from significant athletic injuries. It takes a village to raise teenagers today, and I'm grateful to have Mike's investment in our children's lives. The blue thread of friendship that started here at Millikin with Mike means so much not only to me, but to my entire family. Here's another example. My friend Taina Rodriguez Encarnacion graduated from Millikin in 1998. She worked in the admissions office for several years after graduating, and as a fun side note, she was one of the original founders of LASSO, the Latin American student organization that still exists on campus today. Today, Taina works as a counselor in the Chicago Public Schools, where she is literally on the front lines of the real human reality of the current immigration crisis. Her school has taken in over 70 new students from Central and South America in only the first quarter of the school year, most of whom speak no English, have no clothes, shoes, and certainly no coats that can protect them from our harsh Chicago winters. Taina came to my house a couple of weeks ago to be part of a creative project that will help launch my very first book into the world in February. 8 incredible women from all different professional backgrounds and places, and who were all advanced readers, sat together in my living room discussing what they learned from the book. It was professionally videoed, and we'll drop the video via YouTube in February. Trust me, you do not want to miss the power of this conversation. The 8 of us also surprised Taina and filled her Mini Coupe to the ceiling with gently used items we collected that she could take back to the city with her to distribute to these families and students who need so much. I grew up in a small, rural farm community and went to a high school with only 250 students. Taina grew up on the south side of Chicago in a diverse, urban, multi-ethnic environment. We first met when she was the RA brought in to restore order to a rowdy dorm floor where many of my friends lived. True story, they had run off the first RA in tears, and this tiny Puerto Rican powerhouse came in and took charge and won over all of us with her spunk and no-nonsense spirit. Our friendship of over 20 years is one of the most valuable blue threads of my life. The presence of a place like Millikin is vital because it is a place where people like me can meet people like Taina and learn firsthand that life isn't quite as easy for everyone as it was for me. Taina opened my eyes to the advantages and many open doors my life experience offered as an upper middle class white woman that hers as a bilingual Latina woman did not. Still today, she challenges me as I watch her bravely devote her life to helping others open doors that seem closed to them. As the only non-white woman at many leadership tables, I watch her bravely kick down doors when needed so that the people she serves can make a way forward in our country. Students come to this campus to master their subject matter, which is important, yes. But more than that, Millikin is a space where blue threads like this friendship can form, and these relationships teach us all so much more than biology or English or history or philosophy. These blue threads teach us compassion and empathy and understanding, and our world is a better place because of them. Finally, let me tell you about my friend Jay Schleppenbach and the blue thread that still connects us today as fellow members of the Board of Trustees. Jay and I really got to know each other in a creative writing course our junior year at Millikin that had only about 10 students in it. It was probably my favorite course I took in my 4 years here, and it was a requirement for me as I was an English major. Jay, on the other hand, added an English major midway through his time at Millikin because he grew bored with only one major in music business. He also sang in youth choir and played viola in the orchestra in his free time. While our lives have traveled different paths, his to law school at the University of Illinois, then to Chicago, where he lives with his husband, Ian, working as a bigwig white-collar crime attorney, when we recently reconnected in person for the first time in decades, it felt immediately like we were back in that creative writing course that met at what was known as Common Grounds. It was a campus coffee shop that was at the time located in the lower level of Dolson Hall. We filled pages and pages with our words in that course, and as we wrote and shared our writing, we all got to know one another really well. Even today, Jay makes me laugh, like when he recently shared how he is reading Ulysses just for fun, which no one does, by the way, because that book is not fun. Or he shares about his newly self-published collection of entertaining essays, captioned pictures, songs, and comedy sketches titled Sketchy AF, from which he is donating all of his proceeds to Millikin University. While we do still laugh a lot, we also marvel at the fact that two 20-ish-year-old people who loved to write as college kids have met again this far down the road, and we are still writing and creating all these years later. As Dr. Reynolds mentioned, my first published book, I See You, will launch into the world in print and on Audible. I just finished recording it in a local studio on February 29th. The process of writing and then publishing a book is daunting to say the least, perhaps the most vulnerable creative endeavor of my life. Encouraging words along the way from fellow creators and writers like Jay have been invaluable. They have been a strong blue thread that has made me persevere even in moments of doubt or frustration. And Jay isn't the only Millikin friend or supporter who has been cheering me on every step of the way. People like Jan DeVore, who took time out of her weekend to come today. My college coach, Lori Currens, who challenged and developed me as a student athlete on the women's basketball team decades ago, and continues to enthusiastically celebrate each brave step I take in growing a business, writing a book, and expanding my voice into the world. I constantly get a text or Facebook message or comment on a post that bolsters my belief in myself and the work I am doing from Coach Currens. I hope you see where I'm going here. As you think about life beyond these few Decatur city blocks and outside of these buildings, today certainly does not signify the end of your Millikin education. Rather, it is the beginning of a new season of taking your own blue threads out into the world, creating whatever it is that you want to create with what you've learned here, while also being supported by and still connected through the relational ties with people that started here. You can always trace the blue thread of those relationships back to this place, even though your time here is over. Simply put, my life is better because of the blue connecting thread that winds through my life, and your life will continue to be as well. Best wishes, and on behalf of the Board of Trustees and all Millikin alumni, congratulations. We are so very proud of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Amy, for those thoughtful remarks. And now, for the heart of the afternoon, our reason for coming together today, the conferring of the valued and honored Millikin degree. I would like to introduce Interim Dean of the College of Professional Studies, Dr. Elizabeth Gephardt, who will present the candidates for the Doctor of Nursing Practice and Master of Science in Nursing from the College of Professional Studies.
Will the candidates for the Doctor of Nursing Practice degree from the College of Professional Studies please rise? President Reynolds, I present to you today these candidates who are eligible for the Doctor of Nursing Practice degree from the College of Professional Studies.
By the authority vested in me by the state of Illinois and the Millikin Board of Trustees, and on behalf of the faculty of Millikin University, I confer upon you the degree, Doctor of Nursing Practice, with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto.
Will the candidates for the Doctor of Nursing Practice degree please come forward? Me Bulgman. Stacy Elizabeth Bowden. Amber Marie Brown. Caitlin Ann Crawford. Abigail Lynn Greider. Jose Ibarra. Daniel Scott Johnson. Blake Robert McNamara. Carly Lynn McNeely. Surish Niknahad. Janelle Elizabeth Rear. Elizabeth Ann Royce. In absentia, Adam John Stotzik. He has had a new baby last night and couldn't be here with us, so. Kevin M. Sweeney. Samiha Thapa. And Laura Yeager. In a minute. Will the candidate for the Master of Science in Nursing degree from the College of Professional Studies please rise? President Reynolds, I present to you today this candidate who is eligible for the Master of Science in Nursing degree from the College of Professional Studies.
By the authority vested in me by the state of Illinois and the Millikin Board of Trustees, and on behalf of the faculty of Millikin University, I confer upon you the degree Master of Science in Nursing, with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto.
Will the candidate for the Master of Science in Nursing degree please come forward? Tresney Donnie McCarty. Please join me in congratulating these candidates upon receiving their Doctor of Nursing Practice and Master of Science in Nursing degrees today. It is now my pleasure to introduce Dean of the Tabor School of Business, R.J. Podesky, who will present candidates for the Master of Business Administration degree and the Bachelor of Science degree from Tabor School of Business.
Will the candidates for the degree Master of Business Administration from the Tabor School of Business please rise? President Reynolds, I present to you today these candidates who are eligible for a Master of Business Administration degree from the Tabor School of Business.
By the authority vested in me by the state of Illinois and the Millikin Board of Trustees, and on behalf of the faculty of Millikin University, I confer upon you the degree Master of Business Administration with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto.
Will the candidates for the Master of Business Administration degree please come forward? Allison Nicole Armstrong. Jordan Klenoy Carson. Mark Kendall DeHority III. Rachel Ann Chun Gilbert. In absentia, Jacob Joseph Havis. J. Todd Hunter Keith. Therese Thomas Kahoku Okalani Isaiah Lee. Scarlett Gabriela Linares. Shaylin Audrey Loomis Lucas. Jacob Michael Meyer. Reese Andrew Naylor. In absentia, Kumba Arame Nihas. In absentia, Jack Charles Patterson. Max Allen Phillips. Macklin Vaughn Snyder. In absentia, Lexus Adele Tennyson. Will the candidates for the Bachelor of Science degree from the Tabor School of Business please rise? President Reynolds, I present to you today these candidates who are eligible for a Bachelor of Science degree from the Tabor School of Business.
By the authority vested in me by the state of Illinois and the Millikin Board of Trustees, and on behalf of the faculty of Millikin University, I confer upon you the degree Bachelor of Science with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto.
Will the candidates for the Bachelor of Science degree please come forward? Jacob Lee Adams. In absentia, graduating magna cum laude, Jacob Matthew Blair. Kaylee Elizabeth Bovin. Kyle Mason Clendenin. An honor scholar, Corey A. Erickson. Frederick William Halper. Eli William Hartsfield. Anthony Giovanni Incarnato. Andrea Jenkins. Emily M. LaFrenz. Graduating magna cum laude, Maya Farron Lux. Graduating magna cum laude, Elijah McGee. Christine Ngingo. In absentia, Jean-Maxime Perrault. In absentia, graduating cum laude, Tracy Lynn Preston. Graduating magna cum laude, Zachary Ethan Steele. In absentia, Jennifer Verardi. Kelia Urunjini. Please join me in congratulating these new Millikin graduates. It is now my pleasure to introduce Dean of the College of Arts and Sciences, Dr. Nancy Curtin, who will present candidates for the Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Science degree from the College of Arts and Sciences.
Will the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Arts from the College of Arts and Sciences please rise? President Reynolds, I present to you today these candidates who are eligible for a Bachelor of Arts degree from the College of Arts and Sciences.
By the authority vested in me by the state of Illinois and the Millikin Board of Trustees, and on behalf of the faculty of Millikin University, I confer upon you the degree Bachelor of Arts with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto.
Will the candidates for the Bachelor of Arts degree please come forward? Graduating magna cum laude, Avery Damron. Graduating cum laude, Kayla Green. Graduating summa cum laude, Daniel James Peters. Claire Elizabeth Reynolds. In absentia, an honor scholar, Kylie Charisse Stevenson. Graduating summa cum laude, Riley Nicole Watts. Will the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Science from the College of Arts and Sciences please rise? President Reynolds, I present to you today these candidates who are eligible for a Bachelor of Science degree from the College of Arts and Sciences.
By the authority vested in me by the state of Illinois and the Millikin Board of Trustees, and on behalf of the faculty of Millikin University, I confer upon you the degree Bachelor of Science with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto.
Will the candidates for the Bachelor of Science degree please come forward? An honor scholar, graduating magna cum laude, Alicia Davis. Graduating magna cum laude, Savannah Jo Early. Ryan Alexander Fitch. Delaney Grace Hobner. Hannah Elizabeth Hayes. Mika Diella Iteka. Dennis Aaron Jackson. An honor scholar, graduating cum laude, Emma Page Lewis. Kelly Marie Sankston. Paige A. Willer. Tanisha Marie Williams. Please join me in congratulating these new Millikin graduates. It is now my pleasure to introduce Jessa Wilcoxon, Interim Dean of the College of Fine Arts, who will present candidates for degrees from the College of Fine Arts.
Will the candidates for the degrees of Bachelor of Arts in the College of Fine Arts please rise? President Reynolds, I present to you today these candidates who are eligible for a Bachelor of Arts degree from the College of Fine Arts.
By the authority vested in me by the state of Illinois and the Millikin Board of Trustees, and on behalf of the faculty of Millikin University, I confer upon you the degree Bachelor of Arts with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto.
Will the candidates for the Bachelor of Arts degree please come forward? Graduating summa cum laude, Faith Elizabeth Anderson. In absentia, graduating magna cum laude, Stephanie Elizabeth Adder. Cristobal Andres Gonzalez Castillon. Graduating magna cum laude, Mary Rose Claire Jones. Dustin Taylor Lohman. Graduating cum laude, Haley Rose Miffett. Will the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Fine Arts in the College of Fine Arts please rise? President Reynolds, I present to you today these candidates who are eligible for a Bachelor of Fine Arts degree from the College of Fine Arts.
By the authority vested in me by the state of Illinois and the Millikin Board of Trustees, and on behalf of the faculty of Millikin University, I confer upon you the degree Bachelor of Fine Arts with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto.
Will the candidates for the Bachelor of Fine Arts to come forward? In absentia, graduating cum laude, Catherine Ann Frank. An honor scholar, Tate Heine. Araceli Sophia Hughes. An honor scholar, graduating summa cum laude, Trinity May Pesco. An honor scholar, graduating summa cum laude, Maya Noor Saeed. Luis Angel Sanchez. Will the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Music in the College of Fine Arts please rise? President Reynolds, I present to you this candidate who is eligible for a Bachelor of Music degree from the College of Fine Arts.
By the authority vested in me by the state of Illinois and the Millikin Board of Trustees, and on behalf of the faculty of Millikin University, I confer upon you the degree Bachelor of Music with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto.
Will the candidates for the Bachelor of Music please come forward? Graduating magna cum laude, Arthur Louis Marial Conda. In absentia, Grace M. Ports. In absentia, Thomas J. Power. Will the candidates for the degrees of Bachelor of Science in the College of Fine Arts please rise? President Reynolds, I present to you today these candidates who are eligible for a Bachelor of Science degree from the College of Fine Arts.
By the authority vested in me by the state of Illinois and the Millikin Board of Trustees, and on behalf of the faculty of Millikin University, I confer upon you the degree Bachelor of Science with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto.
Will the candidates for the Bachelor of Science degree come forward? An honor scholar graduating magna cum laude, Skylar Madison Copeland. An honor scholar graduating magna cum laude, Michael Peyton Foreman. Tyree Alexander Jones. Please join me in congratulating these new Millikin graduates. It is my pleasure to once again introduce Dr. Gephardt, who will present the candidates for degrees from the College of Professional Studies.
Will the candidate for the Bachelor of Arts degree from the College of Professional Studies please rise? President Reynolds, I present to you today this candidate who is eligible for a Bachelor of Arts degree from the College of Professional Studies.
By the authority vested in me by the state of Illinois and the Millikin Board of Trustees, and on behalf of the faculty of Millikin University, I confer upon you the degree Bachelor of Arts with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto.
Will the candidate for the Bachelor of Arts degree please come forward? Graduating cum laude, Audrey Jo Eads. Will the candidates for the Bachelor of Science degree from the College of Professional Studies please rise? President Reynolds, I present to you today these candidates who are eligible for a Bachelor of Science degree from the College of Professional Studies.
By the authority vested in me by the state of Illinois and the Millikin Board of Trustees, and on behalf of the faculty of Millikin University, I confer upon you the degree Bachelor of Science with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto.
Will the candidates for the Bachelor of Science degree please come forward? Graduating magna cum laude, Salat Al-Noureddin. In absentia, graduating cum laude, Callahan Wyatt Case. Caitlin Elaine Dickey. Cheyenne Munint. Donald Lavelle McGee, Jr. Caitlin Marie Meacham. Andrew Smith III. Graduating summa cum laude, Joshua Thomas Tarlin. Salvae Angie Villafana. Will the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Science in Nursing please rise? President Reynolds, I present to you today the following candidates who are eligible for a Bachelor of Science in Nursing degree from the College of Professional Studies.
By the authority vested in me by the state of Illinois and the Millikin Board of Trustees, and on behalf of the faculty of Millikin University, I confer upon you the degree Bachelor of Science in Nursing with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto.
Will the candidates for the Bachelor of Science in Nursing degree please come forward? Abigail Elorm Bam. Lindsay Leanne Cole. Destiny Crawford. Graduating cum laude, Sky Etnayer. Olivia Delsa Madura. Graduating cum laude, Allie N. Presser. Alexander W. Shingleton. Kimberly Lynette Spencer. Graduating summa cum laude, Zoe Marie Studebaker. Graduating summa cum laude, Sheila Ann Sunderland. Isabella Renee Van Dyke. Please join me in congratulating these new Millikin graduates.
Can we have one more round of applause for all the graduates today? To share in the significance of this day, I'm now asking Mr. Ronald Branch, Chairman of the Board of Millikin University's Board of Trustees, to join me at the podium to offer congratulatory words.
Thank you, Mr. President. As Chairman of the Millikin University Board of Trustees, I have the great privilege of offering a few words of congratulations from the board. Graduates, it is with enthusiasm that I congratulate each and every one of you on your success here today. As Millikin graduates, you have each, in your own way, experienced that which makes Millikin distinctive. You are performance learning. You are professional success. You are democratic citizenship in our global environment. And I hope you feel today, more than any other day, that you have a life of meaning and value. At Millikin University, our mission is to deliver on the promise of education. This afternoon, we see that promise fulfilled. On behalf of the Millikin Board of Trustees, I give you my most sincere congratulations and best wishes for your future. Thank you.
It's now my pleasure to invite Millikin Alumni Association Board Representative Lexi Rogers, class of 2016, to join me on stage and offer remarks from the Alumni Association.
Thank you, President Reynolds. Good afternoon, graduates. It was only a short 8 years ago that I was in your shoes. Congratulations to you all. On behalf of the Alumni Association Board and my fellow alumni all over the world, I am honored to congratulate you on this tremendous accomplishment and to officially welcome you to the Millikin Alumni Association. While your journey as a Big Blue student may be coming to an end today, you join an alumni community 36,000 strong. To help welcome you to our ranks, the Alumni Association Board has a token of congratulations for you, an uncut key engraved with Millikin's name. So as you leave today and begin to open the door to new endeavors, you are encouraged to stay connected to your Millikin University home. Please pick up your key, as well as another small gift from us at the gown return table in the lower gallery after the ceremony. We also invite you and your family to join us directly after the ceremony for a congratulatory reception in the Perkinson Gallery just outside the auditorium doors in the lobby. We have your key, refreshments, and a chance to connect with faculty, staff, and friends. Again, we are so proud of your accomplishments. Now, I would like to invite Trinity Pesco to join me on stage to lead the tassel turning ceremony. Trinity is from Phillips, Wisconsin, and is earning a Bachelor of Fine Arts degree in acting from the College of Fine Arts today.
Graduates, please rise. On behalf of Millikin University, I congratulate you upon your graduation and welcome you as a Millikin alum. Millikin hopes that you will continue to maintain ties with the university by sharing your time, talents, and triumphs, as you are all now lifetime members of the Alumni Association. Millikin University congratulates you upon achieving your goal of a degree in higher education. Let us now signify our graduation by the ceremonial gesture of moving your tassel from the right to the left. Congratulations, class of 2023.
You may be seated. I promise, we're almost done, I promise. Now I'd like to invite all who are able to rise as we listen to our alma mater, led by Cora Carr, Carson Cole, Indigo Egger, and Rachel Pusateri. Last time, you may be seated. We're almost done. Let me close by offering our sincere congratulations to all of you, especially our newly minted graduates. Today does not end our relationship. The folks who were good friends and mentors to you for the time you were here with us are still interested in being part of your lives and helping in whatever way they can. Millikin is still your home, a place where you can come to be re-energized or to sort things out. We want your continued involvement so that we can be better and can fulfill the promises that we make to students who choose Millikin University as their place to be educated. We want you to visit often and to never feel that you can't come home. We're here for you and want to support you in whatever way we can as you depart this place and begin your new lives as Millikin graduates. I would ask that all of our guests please remain seated until the class of 2023 has left the auditorium. Thank you all for being here today. It's a joy and a privilege to celebrate with you.